What do you think, white people?
Our pet be, we've done 5 chinchillas and 3 Muhammads.
We've always done. Yeah, what's going on here
What's with the
with
chinchillas?
the chinchillas?
They're
Yeah,
cute, man.
It's because they're weird, goofy ass
I think
pets.
it's just a fun word to say too.
Yeah.
Chinchilla.
Do a hissing cockroach.
What about the insects need some love.
That's true.
An ant. How about an ant farm? An entire ant ecosystem.
It's a whole ant colony.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm with you. I'm with you.
All right, what are we gonna call this ant colony?
Collective.
Gazalago.
New York.
New York. Not again.
That's right. They have their own subway system and crackheads.
Yeah, they got ant crackheads.
Didn't know
Man,
what
you
that
got
crack
some
is.
more of
Yeah.
that pollen?
All right, get my outline up. Boom. There we go.
We're streaming when you're ready.
Oh, okay. Shit.
We live.
He didn't say anything.
Yes, yeah, right. That's how.
You were like, "Oh, are you gonna do this?" And he's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna hit the button right now." And you just fucking
Oh,
sit
shit.
here
My bad.
rolling up
My bad.
weed or whatever.
Fucking hanging
Dude,
out.
you're black, Teddy. You can't be turning the lights off.
Better, bro. On this episode of the Red Eye Report, we talk about horrible, evil white folk, crazy ass crackers. We listen to Ashtray talk about himself, and as always, we bring the sexy. Speaking of Ashtray, he's here with us tonight in all his drunken glory to sit here and not pay attention to a goddamn thing I said, and then I want to question everything I fucking said.
That's right. You're talking about the plight of black people. Let me tell you about my plight.
What?
Let me tell you about my plight. And then there's he's beginning to get a hang on this dad thing, watching the potato. But his wife is getting tired of him shitting around the house to to assert dominance over the dog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next, we have
Only way, man.
only way.
He's
do what you
mailing
gotta do.
shit from Denver right now.
Yeah.
Addressed to dog.
Next, we have Mystic punched the baby today. He probably deserved it.
Fucking A, that little fucker did deserve it.
He deserved it.
It was an Asian baby too.
My Skype. And I'm Teddy. Researching this topic made me hate white people so much that I beat half of my kid.
That's a pretty good one.
No.
So we're gonna start off every show like we always do, with our Dane County Humane Society animal. I said Dane County, not Dane Cook.
You said it. You said it right this time.
Yeah.
Good job.
Yeah. I was like, yeah, he's out of my fucking head, man. He's out of my head. I gotta sit the fucking light. I do look like a fucking shadow. I got laundry on the couch. Hold on. One second.
It looks like a true crime podcast.
Don't look at my wife.
Right.
It's what's this? It's an ant farm. What is it?
An ant colony. An entire
colony.
ant colony has been moved to the Dane County Humane Society.
And the name of the colony is New York. There we go.
Yep. Has its own crackheads, brothels, Times Square,
Subway system.
Wall Street,
Chopped cheese.
Chop
Booker's,
cheese.
and an M&M store.
Oh, who does that?
Right next to the Lego store.
So, our topic tonight. Happy Black History Month, by the way. I wanted
Yeah, I
to.
heard they canceled that.
Oh, did,
How's that going?
did he really?
Well, like,
Executive order.
federal, something like wasn't federal agencies aren't supposed to like do anything about it now?
Really?
Yeah, federal agencies aren't supposed to, but that's not stopping anybody else.
Yeah.
Oh well, so it begins. I looked up. I didn't. Asher got to turn me on this week when he did his Tulsa thing, Tulsa show last year. There was in 1919. It was called the Red Summer. It was coined by an activist and author James Weldon Johnson. Um, about 26 riots took place in the United States from like May, April of 1919 to like September of 1919. And all of these riots were whites against blacks. The reason racial tensions were really, really high after World War One. World War One kind of helped a little bit with the black community. 367,000 black soldiers were either drafted or went to the war willingly. They thought it would help them, in social status.
Did you say
Especially
367,000? Wow.
yeah. And they did it to be part of the country. They thought if they let us fight and stuff with them, when we got back, we'd be able to have more equal rights. The second thing that caused racial tension was the first Great Migration from 1910 to 1920. They estimate about 100 million to 105 million blacks moved from southern cities up to northern cities. In Chicago, they saw the black population. They saw an increase of 148%. In places like Philadelphia, it was a 500% increase in the black population. Harlem, their population reached 175,000. And apparently Harlem's like only like three or four city blocks, which that's a lot of people to have living in that area. And
How
it
many
became known as
people?
175,000.
In 3 blocks.
And like in Harlem, yeah, and they say Harlem is like 3 or 4 city blocks.
Yeah,
I've never
it's
been.
not
So
huge. Wow.
it was the highest.
Stacking them like Lincoln logs.
It was the highest concentration of black people in the country. During the war, you got the
But you
black
consider prison.
fuck you. So,
Yeah.
so during the war, you got white people getting drafted and leaving. You've got all these black people moving up to northern cities to get industrial jobs. And now they're able to get even better jobs because the white people aren't getting them, but because they're all fighting. And the factories that usually would hire black people, they were like, okay, we'll give you the job. I mean, at a lower pay and stuff, but they hired them. So these communities start thriving. After the war is over, you got all these soldiers coming home. And white soldiers and black soldiers, and the white soldiers were coming home, and they wanted their jobs back, and they thought that the black people would just go, hey, give us our job. We're back now. Give us our good jobs back. But the black people didn't want to do that, and it created a kind of a competition for these jobs now. And also, you've got these black soldiers coming back who just risked their fucking lives in the trenches of France, coming back, and they didn't want to put up with fucking any of this racial shit. You telling me that I can't do this, eat here, go there? So tensions were kind of high. W.E. Du Bois, everybody knows who he is. He's an activist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He had a famous quote. It says, "We returned from the slavery of the uniform, which the world's madness demanded us to don freedom of civil garb. We stand again to look America squarely in the face and call a spade. We sing this country of ours, despite all its better souls have done and dreamed, is yet a shameful land. We return from fighting. We return to fighting because they got back home and they still have to fight, right?" The biggest problem was lynchings. Between in 1889 and 1982, approximately 3,000 black people were lynched in the United States. The number
Jesus.
they think they think the number is horribly underestimated because there really wasn't a way to track it.
Right.
And not just blacks were lynched. White sympathizers, people that tried to help the blacks were fucking also lynched. So we're gonna talk about a few of these riots that went down here. The first was Chicago riot. The Chicago riot, it was already a contentious time because this happened in 1919, July 27th to August 3rd. But it was in the middle of a 4-year period where they were bombing black houses because as all these black people were moving up to northern cities getting better jobs, they wanted to move out of the black neighborhoods into white neighborhoods. They call that pioneering. The white folk didn't like that, so if you bought a house in the neighborhood, they would bomb it. And in a 4-year period, I think it was from 1916 to 1920.
That'll help the property value.
So when you say bomb, you mean like
Blew it up.
actual explosives, or are we talking like Molotov cocktails and burning it down type of shit?
It said bomb, so it might be Molotov cocktails, might be actual explosives. They just said bomb the houses is what the description was. But in that 4-year period, 60 houses were bombed of black people trying to move into neighborhoods.
Wow.
It all kind of came to a head. And on July 27th, there was a heat wave in Chicago. everybody is getting cool on the beach of Lake Michigan. A group of black kids, they had a man-made raft. They put it out there, and they were diving in the water. The raft inadvertently passed the invisible line that separated the white beach from the black beach. A guy saw it, got upset, started throwing rocks at the kids. There's conflicting stories. Some say he got hit by a rock and drowned. Some say the kid did get hit by a rock, but he was too scared to swim back to shore, ended up drowning that way.
Terrible way to
His
go.
name was Eugene Williams. The fighting started at the beach. A black cop wanted to arrest the white man who was throwing rocks. A white cop wouldn't let him do that and instead arrested a black man. The black beachgoers didn't like it, voiced their opinion. The white beachgoers said, fuck you, started beating the shit out of them. So fighting starts there, spills into the streets. They start attacking and burning down black neighborhoods and attacking black people at random. The plan was to burn down all of the black communities and run them out of town. This went on for 5 days. Thousands were left homeless. Because the fires are rampant. On July 27th, they counted over 30 arsons or 30 fires set in the black community before noon. And then they were knocking down poles and putting wires in the streets and blocking off the streets so the fire trucks couldn't get to the communities to put them out. It ends on August 3rd after the governor sends in 6,000 Illinois National Guard troops to get back control. In the end, 38 people are dead, 25 black, 15 white, and 537 injured. After all this went down, they commissioned a commission, I guess, to find out what the fuck really happened. Turns out there was a gang. The name of the gang was the Raging Colts. It was an Irish gang with over 2,000 members. They actually later became part of Al Capone's outfit. They were the main instigators in this violence. They actually tried to get other Southern European and Eastern European immigrants to come in with them.
Those dirty mix who are doing all this.
To come in with them against the black community, but they were like, we don't have any problem with these people. So what this gang did was dress in blackface and go and start burning down the Lithuanians in their community. Started burning down their stuff.
Oh, so they're burning the Lithuanians to blame the blacks?
Okay, in blackface to blame them and try to get them to come in and help them fucking.
As an Irishman, I can confirm that we hate Lithuanians. So
Can you confirm why?
I don't know.
Why? Always have. Don't know.
It's just an inane.
My pappy's
thing.
pappy. My pappy's pappy.
Yeah, always hated Lithuanians.
Mm-hmm. The next riot we're going to talk about here is the DC riots. This took place with July 19th to 24th. So the Chicago riot took place like 3 days after this one. This riot started because a lady, Elsie Stepchick, said she was assaulted by a guy named Charles Rawls.
Lying bitch.
Lying bitch. But a lot of these fucking riots started because of this shit. They were trying to protect the sanctity of the white woman, is what they called it.
Yeah.
And a lot of these shit was fabricated. But
that
white
bitch
women are
done
the
fucked
worst.
the whole town.
and a lot of what's crazy is a lot of these accusations, like an assault, could be one guy bumped into a chick by accident. Didn't see her turn around, didn't see her bumped into her. He considered that assault. Okay.
He's got a gun.
So they bring Rawls in for questioning. The cops do. There's no evidence, so they fucking let him go. This is in DC. This didn't sit well with a lot of white people. So rumors start spreading, going around as they do. The little TikTok, the early 19th century TikTok, and they decide to posse up and go find this motherfucker. They say a lot of the mob was white veterans returning from World War One. They actually did find Rawls and his wife, and they proceeded to beat him and stuff. But they actually got away. Ended up running home, locked themselves in their house. The neighbors kind of rallied to him because the white guy started shooting at him as they were running away, and the neighbors started shooting back. They exchanged fire, and the first night, and that's the first night of the riot. The second night they decided to do it again. because the police didn't do anything to stop it. Nothing to stop it. And this is in Washington, D.C., mind you. They do it again. The rioting, they go to black neighborhoods and start beating and everything else. Howard University, y'all know what Howard is, black university, a famous HBCU. The dean at the time, Carter Woodson, had to hide. He tells the story. We had to hide because they were just snatching up black guys and beating them and killing them. He had to hide.
The dean had to hide.
Had to hide.
Shit.
And this is at Howard. But he while as he was hiding, he heard them catch somebody else, which I assume is a college kid because it's fucking Howard. And he had to sit. As he's hiding, he had to sit and listen as they beat and shot and hung this kid. Because he couldn't move because he didn't want to get caught either. And they say that because the cops didn't stop it the first night, that's what kind of gave them the bravado to do it again the second night.
Yeah.
And then the Washington Post fucking ended up posting for the night. Apparently the paper ran 3 times a day, morning, afternoon, and nighttime papers. So the nighttime paper, they posted for a third night, mobilize on Pennsylvania Avenue at 9 p.m. on a third night. The black people get wind of this shit and they're like, okay, enough with this shit. They all get together. The community gets together, gets guns and ammo. They put snipers on top of buildings that lead to the black community, and they're ready for a fight. There are shootouts. It's all over town. Some black people actually get in their cars and go looking for white folks to shoot. Like it's fucking going down. Again, cops do nothing. Don't stop it at all. And some of these riots, the cops did nothing or either helped in the riots.
Imagine being in the corner the night before. You're just like, fuck, tomorrow's gonna suck.
The one thing the cops did interview on the fourth day. On the fourth day, the cops were out and about, and they claimed they saw gunshots coming from a house. So they decided to rush inside. And it's the Johnson daughter, Carrie Johnson, ends up shooting a cop and kills him in self-defense. She claims it's self-defense. She gets shot in the leg. Father gets shot in the shoulder. She ends up getting arrested for manslaughter. But she is convicted. But another judge was like, no, it is self-defense, and vacated the sentencing. So she actually got off. But yeah, okay, this one is fucking. Oh, here it is.
So she got away with it. Nice.
I'm surprised.
Got it. Reparations, bitch.
Yeah. Yeah, I was thinking when, like, with all the white men like get out, form their posse and are going out. I was just waiting for you to say like, and the black men just all went home and fucked their wives. All the white men were.
That would be hilarious.
That
Dude.
would be the way.
They go to burn
it.
everything down and come back, and these black dudes are just banging the shit
Yeah,
out
like,
of all
we
their
can't
wives.
find any black men here to shoot. Where are they?
Yeah, because we're fucking yo bitches, motherfucker.
Okay, they say the deaths in that riot was 15 to 40. Gee, 15 to 40 deaths. No, no, just 15 to 40.
Oh, okay.
No, that's
Damn, Oracle, like half the population of cities.
15 to 40
numbers?
people, though. That was the gap, the range. 15 to
Yeah,
40.
that's a pretty big range.
That's a big
Pretty
gap
big
of
gap.
like.
But again,
we-
okay, sorry, finish your point.
Well, just the like range to 15 to 40. It's like, what were these other ones? Like, we don't know if they're dead.
I just think if the gap is bigger than the bottom number, it's got to be fucked up, right? Because like,
Exactly.
how do you not know how many die? You know?
Yeah, but at the same time, you don't want to seem like your city. A lot like we don't know the reason we don't know a lot about a lot of these because they weren't reported. This is like
Yeah.
Like
Early 1900s, I suppose. Yeah.
great grandmothers, telling their
Well,
kids.
and the media too was run just like it is today by old white Jewish people.
Yeah.
So.
Right. The papers don't want their city to look bad, so they kind of downplay it.
Yeah.
15 to 40, probably 15.
Yeah, more like 12, maybe.
Yeah, one guy, I think he just tripped on his shoelace.
Well, they didn't really count. They didn't really. If you see a pile of black people, are you gonna count and see how many died? I mean, you just go see, yep, some blacks over there died. Yep, there.
That's how white people back then. Yep, some blacks over there died.
Well, I mean,
Just leave them in a pile.
Yeah, it looks like 6.
Yeah, I mean, we're talking 50. Like I can see if it's like 1,000.
Right.
but it's
Yeah, I don't know
under
that there were
50.
piles of black people.
This next one there were.
This
This is called the Elaine massacre. This took place September 30th, 1919, in Elaine, Arkansas.
Of course, it's Arkansas.
Yeah, of course, it's Arkansas. Phillips County. This town was run by plantations. They let the descendants of the slaves that got freed stay on the land, sharecroppers. But sharecropping is a shitty business. The deal they had with the plantation owners was they got to keep. They stayed on the land. They grew the crop. They got to keep half of the crop and sell it. The catch was they had to sell it back to the plantation owners. They could sell it to anybody else. They did not get very good prices. And anything else they needed, clothes, food, anything else, tools, you had to buy from the general store that was on the plantation grounds. So they gave you that credit. So they say it wasn't rare for somebody to have get $500 for the cotton they grew, but then the guy would turn around and say, "That's awesome, but you owe me in credit $697. So actually, you owe me $197."
Wow. That's,
Right.
yeah.
For all that cotton
Sounds
seed you
great.
bought.
God, yeah. So they didn't like this. So they decide they say, you know what, we're going to unionize. So about 100 or so sharecroppers decided to unionize. They decided to have on September 30th. They decided to have a meeting
Why
at
you
a
don't
church.
like that?
Why you don't like that at all? So they decided to have a meeting at a church at night. Over 100 sharecroppers are in the church. They have 6 armed guards outside to make sure they don't get disturbed. The whitey finds out about it. 2 cars pull up with white folks in it. They don't know who shot first. One side says the other side shot first. I'm gonna put on the evil white folks. Because the church was shot up. The black people shoot back. None of the black people are injured because apparently the white folk can't shoot. One guy gets killed on the white side. He is his last name is Atkins. He is a security guard for the railroad company, and the sheriff gets wounded. So word spreads of a group of sharecroppers firing at a group of white people. This turns into a sharecropper insurrection. So in this county, white people.
It's a sharecropper insurrection. Sorry.
Yeah. So in this town, white people are outnumbered 10-1 by black people. And so they're really terrified this black community is going to uprise. Next to the border of Mississippi, so they send out the word to Mississippi. They send out the word to everybody from far and around, hey, come help us crush this black insurrection.
Is it like a racist bat signal they sent up?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, right.
Like a Klan hood in the sky?
Just a white triangle up in the sky with 2 black dots in it.
So they came from Mississippi, came from all around. They say that it was pretty much open season. If it was black and it moved, it was gone. They would use it for target practice.
Poor black
Cow.
There
mixed
were
race.
there were reports of guys coming from Mississippi, hanging out of the train, shooting people, hanging out of cars, shooting people. And it didn't
hanging out of the train, just drive-by training.
Drive-by training.
Doing 8 miles an hour, just fucking pop, pop, pop.
Yep. They also got 500 soldiers from Camp Pike that was commanded by a guy named Colonel Jenks. When they got to town, they didn't find insurrectionists, black people. They found a black town full of hundreds of white vigilantes that were looking for black people. A lot of the black people fled into the woods and surrounding areas. So Colonel, the soldiers had the orders were under order to shoot and kill any Negro who refused to surrender immediately. So for the next 5 days, they spread out in a 100-circle radius and pretty much murdered or captured every black person they saw. They said there were more than 20. They witnessed more than 20 killing sites with various
sites.
Yeah.
Wow.
Of various massacres.
Wow.
Yeah, they pretty much banded with the army came in and banded with these vigilantes and went around killing black people. There was a group of veterans who were hiding out in the woods, and when they saw the army coming, they're like, "Holy shit, our people are here!" And they came out with their hands up. They got mowed down. They thought the army was coming to help them, but the army was coming to put them down. They say that
Damn.
estimate that 237 black people were killed. Again, no real way to tell it. But one they could tell that in those 5 days, 5 white guys were killed, and somebody had to pay for that. So
all of the other black guys.
pretty much, they rounded up the rest of them, which was 122, and they put them in a jail. They put them in jail cells that they put them in jail cell that was only made for like 40 people. They were tortured, and they because they wanted to elicit what do you call it, confessions from them. They ended up going to court. They're not allowed to talk to the defense attorneys. The defense attorney doesn't really do anything in court, and 85 of them are sentenced really, really quickly. The verdicts take less than 2 minutes. Like that's how fast it went down.
2 minutes? Jeez.
Yeah. There's also an angry mob.
Do you have any defense? Okay, moving on. Guilty.
There's also an angry mob outside the courthouse. That that wanted to kill these people, and the governor was heard saying that of course they're going to die, but they're going to have to die in the just way.
In the just way. In the hands of us whites.
22 people that were charged. 12 were sentenced to death by electric chair. But this was kind of, it became kind of national, kind of got national. They were called the fucking the Elaine 12 or something. But in the NAACP ended up getting involved, got him a better lawyer, and they actually took it to the Supreme Court in 1923. It was called Moore versus Dempsey. And the defense attorney pretty much said that, hey, these guys didn't have any defense, had no lawyer, and it was a mob-driven verdict. And Supreme Court fucking agreed, and they were set free in January 2025. I'm sorry, 1925. Sorry.
So they got off death row.
Got off death row, yes.
Yeah, it's just
like, wow.
I got a few honorable mentions here. Let me put. I didn't put these in my outline. So.
Honorable mentions.
Honorable
5 or less people died. Fucking honorable mention.
Yeah, honorable mentions here. Let me see here.
Right, Milwaukee.
It just spilled over from Chicago.
It just kept going. The Bogalusa incident, also called the Bogalusa sawmill killings. This wasn't really a massacre. It was like 6 people were killed. It was to put down a
just 6.
Yeah, just 6. Yeah. So what it was is Bogalusa was a town in Louisiana. It was a company town. When I say a company town, I mean fucking it was the company, the Great Southern Lumber, whatever. They had their office there, but that's why they built a town for all the people that worked for them. I mean, they had their own police force. The general manager was the chief of police. They took orders from the company. The schools, the houses, they owned everything. The company was started by 2 good, I think it was Frank and Henry Goodyear. So they were fucked up people.
Frank and Henry Goodyear.
Even though they made humongous profits, especially after World War I, because they needed lumber. Their people were only making like 30 cents an hour working there. The blacks were not getting fair pay, getting dangerous jobs. And the whites, they wanted better pay also. So the whites decided to unionize. The blacks wanted to unionize also, but the company wanted to keep them from unionizing together. It was also illegal for them to do that in Louisiana. So the company had their own. The town had a police force, but the company had their own private military police force with 150 fucking people. They called themselves the Self-Preservation and Loyalty League, also known as SPLL. And their job was to go around anytime there was a hint of fucking
anyone getting uppity.
They would go, go break some knees, go fuck them up. So they finally decided to actually get together and unionize. But one other thing the company did was when the white people went on strike, they actually hired black fucking people at a cheaper wage to kind of break the strike, which did not help for race relations in town.
Right.
They decided to finally come together and kind of get under separate charters, but unionize together. The company finds out about it, does not like it, so they send their special police force. All of the leaders, 4 white guys and 2 black guys, they were the leaders of the fucking thing, were gunned down.
Wow.
Yeah, but this is a corporation doing all this.
Yeah,
It was-
that's pretty fucked up. That's
Yeah.
a fucked up town.
I've heard
Yeah.
of stuff like that happening in coal country, like West Virginia and shit like
Yeah.
that back in the day,
Oh, really?
the 20s. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
I
wasn't that
never-
one of the biggest uprisings against the government? Was
Yeah.
one of those coal
because
miner strikes?
I'd never heard of a company town like that where they fucking company owns everything.
Yeah, they pay you in
So-
script and you have to spend it at
Yeah.
the
In the
that
town,
store.
yeah.
A lot of the
in the
mining
town.
towns were like that.
Yep. I never knew what they did. I mean, it makes sense that lumber did it too, and so did, all the other big companies, but I knew that coal mining did.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure like some fuck, Gary, Indiana
Railroads,
probably
all
was
the fucking.
a company town way back in the day.
Another some other honor mentions. May 10th, Charleston riot resulted in the injury of 5 white and 18 black men, along with the deaths of 3 others: Isaac, Dr. William Brown, and James Talbot, all black. It turns out these sailors, it was a naval town. These sailors felt like they were cheated by this black man. They couldn't find him, so they decided to go around and start shooting and killing other black people at random. It was-
Close enough.
A naval investigation found that 4 U.S. sailors and 1 civilian, all white men, initiated the riot. The sailors, they were, I think 2 of them got off, or 1 of them got off, and the other 2 went to prison for a year, and then they got dishonorable discharge. But yeah, there were all these fucking riots that broke out in this span of like 6 months, and it was all because
What is it called? The Red Summer, it says?
that summer. Yeah, I mean, if you
Yeah, I've never heard of that shit. That's
Yeah,
and that is it's
pretty
fucked up.
fucking crazy.
I mean, I get it's our history; it's fucked up, but every country has some fucked up history. And
well, when did the Tulsa riots happen? That was the 40s, wasn't it?
1920s, I think. I think it was
No,
1920.
yeah, that was. I think it
Was
was
the
near the Red Summer.
Yeah, it was 1920, I think.
I'm looking. Yeah, 1921, May 31st to June 1st, 1921.
And this was 1919, the Red Summer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
shit already been simmering across the nation.
I mean, yeah. And it's crazy because the newspapers, they would just unfounded rumors. A lot of them were like just like the Elaine one. They actually, the town had their own investigation of what was going on, and they came to the conclusion that the sharecroppers, that meeting that they had in church was their plan to mobilize and kill all of the plantation owners to take their land. So so their investigations after the fact always exonerated
Good
and
to
said
me.
we didn't do shit wrong. Okay, it was them niggas over there.
Yeah.
Yes,
We
sir.
weren't trying to take their land. They were trying to kill us.
I probably would have died if I was white back then, because I would have been on the black people's side. Like, they used salt and shit when they cooked. You know what I mean? Like, you can't be on the white people's side. They don't use seasoning,
Yeah, they don't know how to make some. They don't know how to put some soul in the food.
right?
I would recommend looking it up. They have they have some cool documentaries on YouTube about it, a lot of these things. Or check it out at your local library. Do that.
There you go.
Yeah, go to your local library before Trump closes
say-
it.
Yeah, before you
Yeah,
close it.
right, exactly. It
That
turns it into a fucking Starbucks.
Yeah,
Starbucks.
it'll be the Starlink Information Center.
Turns
Yeah.
it into a Hooters. All libraries in the U.S. get converted to Hooters.
Oh, fantastic. You can only get your steak done well,
Oh,
and it has to come. You got to put ketchup on it.
Gotta put
Obviously.
ketchup
You
on
can
it.
throw it on.
All the old librarians are forced to fucking work there.
Wear Hooter shorts.
Be
Fucking
the, oh, my,
top.
they're the
Shirts are
daytime Hooters crew.
I'd go check out that though. In that fucking Hooters.
Oh, the daytime Hooters crew. God, can you imagine?
Right. Trying to fight the instinct to hush people. So they're having a good time at Hooters. Woo!
They're like cheering for a game. They're like, shh. God,
Ain't a library anymore, bitch.
told you 4 times.
All right, we're gonna move on to the What's Sexy portion of our show, where we tell you what the fuck is hot and happening. And we're gonna start off with Oracle Wild West Hacking Fest.
Yep. So I am currently in Denver at Wild West Hacking Fest. Been here all week.
How often do they do this? Every year?
Yeah, couple times a year they do one. This is the first one that they've done in Denver. Then they also do one in Deadwood.
Oh, so the Hacking Fest is like a traveling convention kind of. Like Comic-Con, where they do it
well,
multiple places?
well, but it's the same
Comic-Con's only in San
company,
Diego.
same security company. Yeah, it's cool shit. It's just a really cool environment, a lot of really cool people. I am currently in third place for the lock picking here.
Nice.
Yeah.
How long
So
you been
Nice.
practicing that lock picking skill?
I didn't really I kind of sucked dog dick for a while.
Oh, that's how
and
you
then,
learn.
Yep. And then I
You can lay master after sucking dog dick.
but I didn't really start getting results until last fall, um, when I placed at the last conference that I was at. So, yep. I don't know. I got some pretty stiff fucking competition here, though. So I feel good that I'm in third place.
Do you get
Next
sent
time-
out there by your company?
Yeah.
Nice.
That's awesome.
Right.
Yep. Yeah. So I actually
That's the
did
way
a
to do it.
training, a 2-day training, which was all day
Right.
trainings, and now it's the conference and just a lot of little talks and shit like that. But there's some like fun stuff too. There was like an escape room,
Word.
and
Just lock pick your way out of the escape.
Yeah,
room.
just fucking
That's gonna be
fuck
fun.
those
Beat it.
clues. He's over here fucking hacking the fucking locks.
yeah, it's cool. They have a
What's the
mechanical
clues?
bowl going downstairs right now. They have like an open mic night.
Uh-oh.
There you go.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Must have
Oh,
sick
my
vibes,
God.
bro.
Bring your
Some Kendrick.
ukulele.
Do some new Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah, right.
There you
Yeah.
They not like
Yeah,
that. They
good
not
shit
like that.
though. Wild West Hacking Fest. Pretty cool.
Word.
Put on
Awesome.
by Black Hills Information Security. Good company.
Yeah.
go. Good company. What do they like? What does that company sell? Like,
It's
do they do?
cybersecurity. Yeah. So
So
they're a
it's like all trained. Or
cybersecurity.
they have software and shit too.
Well, they are cybersecurity kind of consultancy, and then they have kind of a training division, Anti-Siphon, that does like the
Okay.
training. So it's a pretty comprehensive ecosystem, and these guys are known as kind of like a lot of these other companies or conferences can be kind of corporatized. Um, this is kind of like
This company is
the
like cybersecurity by nerds for nerds.
yeah, pretty much. Yeah, that's a good way to describe it.
All right. Fucking lock picking, bitch.
Sexy.
Next time you come down here, you fucking robbing a bank.
Yeah, right.
Gotta
You
clean it out
should-
30 seconds.
I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
the shitty locks that I pick for these competitions are not what they have.
I don't
made.
I want results, not excuses, bro. That's not what don't bring that shit over here. I'll be like that.
yeah, right.
That spy
You
shit.
said you were the best.
You said you were the best.
No, he's the third best.
Right,
that's
I'm the
right.
third.
Damn
Oh,
it.
that's all. Yeah.
What's the name of who's number one right now? What's his name? We'll start a smear campaign on Twitter.
Jesus.
We're banned on Twitter, so it
Probably a
doesn't fucking
Vago.
matter.
All right, Mystic. Assassin and spy shit.
Oh, yeah. So I've been getting. Normally, I'm not into the spy and assassin shit. Like it's really overplayed. But
We talking
recently,
movies?
yeah. So while I watched The Recruit, which is a TV show, and it's a different take. It's like so the premise is that this kid is 24 years old, fresh out of fucking law school, or 27 or so, whatever he is. But he just starts working at the CIA, and like literally, and when you think about it, it makes sense because the whole premise of the CIA is to fucking lie to you. Like that's their whole job. Everybody's job in this fucking business is to lie to each other.
Mm-hmm.
So he has to like try to navigate these fucking crazy situations with these spies and shit. And he's a lawyer. He's just a fucking lawyer. His job is to get the fucking CIA operatives not to break the law to where they're gonna get the fucking company taken down. You know what I'm saying?
Bring Shmir home.
Right, exactly. So like they're like basically just running interference with him. And it's fucking funny. It's like it's got this weird comedic overtone to it where this kid like slowly goes insane over the course of 8 episodes or 10 or whatever it is. Like cuz he just keeps getting fucked with. He doesn't know who's lying to him, who the fuck is out to get him. It's fucking it's really well done. And it's yeah, that's about it. I think it was the dude who did the Bourne Identity, I think is the fucking guy who created this. So it does have
on?
Netflix. It does have good like fight scenes to it too, it's not just a fucking
Yeah, it looks pretty
drama,
action packed. Like, damn.
Yeah.
Like I'd be like, why the fuck did I quit? Like,
Well, he does try to. You don't quit the CIA.
Right, yeah. Like, yeah, once you're in.
So then the other one that I watched, and I haven't, came out in I think 2019, The Killer, 2020 or something, by Darren Aronofsky. So if you like
Is
Fight
that like
Club,
a Fincher film or something,
or David Fincher, that's who it is. It's David Fincher. Aronofsky is the other guy. Anyway, so if you like Fight Club, he's a guy who did Fight Club. This movie has probably, you'll see it in the trailer if you play it. There's a couple scenes where he's fighting this dude who's literally like 3 times his size. And it is one of the most visceral fucking action sequences that I've seen in a very long time. It was fucking great. The whole movie is just cool. It's a different take on the whole genre. It's like, I don't know how to say. He has a distinct style, and it really kind of fits Michael Fassbender's character. So,
is that on Netflix as well?
Anyway, yeah,
Killer?
I believe so. Pretty sure.
Word.
Check it out.
Next up is Ashtray with The Cats Are Evolving.
Yes. Here's a little lighthearted, what's sexy. If you want to pull that link up, look at this fucking cat. This guy's like, I couldn't figure out how my cat is getting the fuck out of the house. And this fucker has learned how to fucking just operate a doorknob.
Well, I would view it, but it's been removed by
Removed?
moderators. Why the fuck would they remove it?
Probably fucking AI. Ashtray's
Here,
like,
watch
look at this cat.
Let's see if yeah, right. It's AI. Let's see if this will work. Can you see it?
Yeah, we can see it. Yeah.
Is it your cat?
No, it's just a video that was just posted. But
the clever little motherfucker right there.
Yeah, right. Oh wow.
I'm like, they're evolving.
Yeah, that's pretty
Holy
good.
shit.
Yeah,
Like
that's what happens whenever I share fucking good videos, and it's like, oh, removed, motherfucker. Oh, because it was too good.
Just a
Some moderator
filter,
got
like,
jealous.
a tag that the FBI has on you.
Right.
Whenever you
Share
touch
shit.
something, it just gets removed.
Yeah. Oh man, this has got a like by that Ashtray. Get him the fuck out.
Yep.
Awesome.
He's got to be up to fucking no good.
Train cat.
God damn it. Word. Fucking smart ass cats. Up next is me with a son rolling around. My son's been doing jiu-jitsu. And he does. They have a class on Saturday where I get to go with them. That was my what's sexy a little while ago. So I haven't really got to see him do it against somebody his size. Actually, see what he's learning. Last Saturday they didn't have a father-son class, a dog kid class. They had a bring a friend to class day, but none of his friends wanted to come. So parents couldn't participate. So I actually got to sit there and actually watch him do it. And I was fucking pretty proud of him. He's He's a lot better than he thinks he is, but he's it's or, yeah, but it's kind of cool watching him do it. I was real proud of him. So just yeah.
Cool.
Oh, he did a sweet reverse and got his kid got a little choke. I'm like, that's my ball, my fucking boy. But yeah,
Fuck him up, kid.
Yeah, right.
There we go. Oh,
Fucking
kid,
rip out his throat.
Right?
which kid you?
Kick him in the nuts.
Calm down.
My kid's the one choking out the ginger, bro. That's my kid.
You bite his fucking ear off if you have to.
Okay, y'all are taking it way too far.
Not far enough, then.
Yeah. Oh Jesus. We're gonna move on to fuck what you think. My edible nickname. This is awesome. Oracle Social Battery.
Yeah. So one thing about being at a conference with hundreds of people is you have to talk to hundreds of people.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that would suck.
And, I just don't really have
Awesome, man.
the social fucking battery for it.
Really? Just fuck
Fortunately,
them.
I've been able to just kind of go for walks and shit. And because I got to recharge. Like, I get drained.
Dude, you're
you
in
dressed like-
Denver. Walk down the street and grab a joint or
I
something.
mean, yeah, man.
Yeah, just get like totally fucking ripped.
Just get ripped and go back to the.
Get
It's
high
like
as
he
shit.
goes from third place to
Dude, I guarantee you
113th place.
Right.
Dude, I guarantee you, a lot of those guys there are just popping fucking edibles right now.
Absolutely.
Almost
Denver,
got
man. I'm like, what you gonna do? I'm gonna get stoned and try to break a lock, motherfucker.
Yeah.
And that's why you're 86th overall, dickhead.
Yeah, right.
Yep.
I'm actually not that good at lock picking. Everybody's just super stoned.
Yep. Yeah.
The next conference will be in like Indianapolis, and you're
Right.
way at the bottom. Shit.
Yeah.
'Cause nobody's high. What the fuck happened?
Holy shit. All right. Social battery. Next up is Mystic with a stop the fucking woke shit. It's so old.
It is so old. I'm so fucking sick of hearing how all these people are upset over somebody because they made a joke. So Trevor Noah made a joke about Shakira at the Grammys. It said she's the funnest thing to come out of Colombia that isn't a Class A felony. Obviously meaning cocaine,
Yeah.
right? And like all these people got pissed off. Like there was like video of people at the fucking Grammys, like these artists like rolling their eyes and shit. And people are like, you're making fun of, you're ripping on Colombians because of their past. Their past, motherfucker. They still make 80% of the cocaine consumed in this fucking
Yeah.
world. They make, dude, and that link, $400 million a week Colombia makes in cocaine. And we can't joke about it. Get the fuck out of here, you
Yeah.
fucking idiots.
Well, did you see that
So sick
recent
of this
headline? The new president of Colombia said that like cocaine should
Yeah.
be made legal because it's what is
It's
it's harmless as whiskey
bourbon. Yes,
Yeah.
yeah.
Dude,
in moderation, sure.
here's
But
the
also,
thing,
it
like,
would be safer if it was legalized and it was made properly,
absolutely.
where it wasn't fucking
Right.
cut and stepped on by every Tom, Dick, and Harry that
Yep.
got their hands on it before you on the fucking back of a toilet seat in some club. Some guy's like,
Right.
yeah, let's do this rail. Like, you don't know what's in it.
Right. And here's the thing, like, I don't agree with Trump on anything, except this woke shit's gotta fucking go.
Yeah.
Like, I'm fucking get the fuck out of here
It's not
with
winning.
these fucking your feelings and shit. We can make fun of whoever the fuck we want to make
Well.
fun of. If you don't fucking like it, go suck a dick, you fucking faggot. I'm
It's
sick of
not-
fucking here.
Not winning elections, that's for sure.
Fucking Christ. I don't give a fuck what it wins.
That's
Fuck
why
these
we're banned
fucking
from Twitter.
trannies.
Fuck freedom.
I should be able to say fuck the trannies. Right?
Wait, what do the trannies have to do with Shakira and cocaine?
It doesn't matter. That's the point I'm trying to
Somebody's
make.
let
I
out something
could say
slip
fuck
about
the
their
Mexicans.
deep-seated hatred for the
I could say
transsexuals.
I could say fuck the hipster, the kings of hipsters in Madison. Fuck the black people. Fuck
Right.
Denver.
Yeah.
I should be able to say
Fuck-
fuck whatever I want to fucking say.
I think
Because
it's
that's
even
fucking
accepted by
me.
woke people that you can say fuck the hipsters. Kind of part of hipsterdom is you have to be
I'm just saying,
derided.
like, dude, any group can be made fun of. It's a joke. Fucking get over yourself.
Yeah. And then of course I'm sure they're like, Shakira, what's your reaction?
I'm sure it doesn't. Whatever. He
I'm
made
sure
another
she was there
joke
in the
about-
show because he was talking
I
about her.
don't know that. He made another joke too, and fucking they got all fucking pissy about that because he was apparently making fun of fucking somebody else. You know what I mean? Like, he's a comedian, dude. What the fuck's he supposed to do?
Yeah. Man, though, some of that, like, especially black stand-up from the early and mid 2000s, like, you watch it, man, some of that shit's so fucking funny, and you're like, this would cause an uproar.
Yeah,
That was the
even
other joke.
even if they're
It was-
black.
That was the other joke. Was the Grammys are voted on by, it was something like 1,300 members of the committee and 20 million illegal aliens or something like that. He was obviously making a joke about politics, right? Like fucking,
Yeah.
and like people are like, that's really offensive to illegal aliens, especially that they're all getting rounded up right now. What?
Yeah.
Mhm.
News alert, illegal aliens are always going to be in the news.
Yeah, well, it's not even the fucking joke. The joke is about fucking Trump saying that 20 million fucking
Yeah.
Mexicans are in the country illegally. You know what I mean? Like, that's it, dude. I just anyway, done talking about it. Move on.
Right. Some motherfucking
Awesome. We're gonna move on to me. My focus, you think, is El Salvador, and their president saying
Yeah,
that they
fuck them too.
would house American our hardened criminals, even if they're American citizens.
Yeah, I
And the
saw
fact
that.
Yes,
Some
El
people
Salvador known for their really lush prison system,
They're humane.
top of the line,
humane
very
prison
humane, right?
Isn't that where the worst prison in the world is? That
Yeah.
fucking
Eh,
that one where it's just
Wow.
basically run by the inmates. Like the guards don't even
No,
go
no,
inside;
no,
they just stand outside.
no.
I
That's
think
not,
they
no,
just
that's not.
keep them in.
Oh,
Salvador's the one. Salvador's the one where they fucking their crime rate dropped 97% because they started locking up anybody with a tattoo.
With a tattoo?
I mean, with any kind of gang thing, they lowered the age of they cracked down on crime so much when they lowered the gang members started using kids, so they lowered the age when they started arresting the kids, fucking running for the gangs and shit. These prisons they are you get no blanket, you get a white shirt, a white pair of pants, you get no it's like 6 people in a cell. You sleep on a metal slab, you get no blanket, no pillow. You cause
Take
trouble,
turn
you
sleeping.
go to a I think it's concrete, like and you sleep on a concrete fucking slab. But it's in the dark. It's in the dark and shit. So yeah, it's not very hospitable. Hey, crime dropped a lot when they did prison.
Right. And the thing is like, yeah, sure. We'll
yeah, it
send
is
our-
right here. Cuidad Barrios, El Salvador.
Oh, is it still open?
It's fucking. It's run. Yeah, it's run by the gang. The guards just stand outside. They just fucking.
Make sure no one comes out.
Yeah, basically. Like you go in, you may not fucking.
Or the
Yeah.
only guards that survive are the ones who, fucking take their little bribes and
Right.
let shit in. And
Can you imagine that shit? You fucking commit a murder in the U.S. and you get sent to that fucking prison. Jesus Christ, you'd be dead in a day.
well, also think about how much of the like MS-13, a gang that actually started here in the United States, has like taken over a lot of regions down in Central America because we just like fucking sent those MS-13 gang members back
Right.
to their home countries. And like now the gang is like really fucking rooted in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the fact that they were okay with sending American citizens, the idea of sending American citizens to other prisons, yeah, fucked up. Moving on.
It'd be expensive.
So, running amok at Quick Trip.
Yeah, this fucking news story. Local scandal brought to you by Ashtray at the fucking Madison Quick Trip here. Original headline I heard was 10 dogs. This report said 9. You can see towards the end of this fucking little news clip in here. Someone
Madison police are working
in
to figure
a
out
SUV
exactly.
didn't even look like that big of an SUV, had 10 dogs, 9 to 10 dogs. And they got out and just started running amok, biting anyone pumping gas. And
Bit like a firefighter and a cop or some shit. Right?
yeah, so they called the cops. Turns out too, this is the second time with this particular owner where cops have been bitten by his owner's dogs. You know, a cop's job is tough enough, but like you gotta deal with fucking
dogs in the car at one fucking
losers.
time.
Yes, they got them all in the car, and
Only
then one of
white
the
folk.
people in the, and I guess there was more than one person in this vehicle. Like one of the owners somehow fucking let the dogs all out again. It had to be like a funny thing if you would have speed up the security camera footage and put it to the like trying to like push all these dogs into the car and like them getting all out again, and the fuck, I guess they had to pepper spray the dogs. 2 cops got bit, like 6 customers got bit, and like all the customers in the Quick Trip had to like stay in there till the fucking cops got a handle on this situation.
Where were all the good guys with guns?
Right.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Start firing at dogs.
This is Madison. There were no good guys with guns. There were guys with hair buns, but no guns.
That's why they all got bit, because the dogs were just standing there. They're like, "Oh, hey, puppy!" And the fucking dog's
I know.
like, "Fuck you."
And this is one of those news stories where you like you fantasize in your head, like, what would I do if I just like rolled up and pumping gas, all of a sudden fucking dogs are coming at me?
Right? Yeah.
I got this little pink Hello Kitty T-ball bat that I bought from like Shopko going out of business, and I always joke that like, you know, if shit got serious on the road somewhere, what dude's gonna tell the cops that I menaced him with a pink Hello Kitty ball bat?
Yeah, right.
And I was just thinking of the irony of like having a Hello Kitty bat to like brain these dogs. Just like, clonk, clonk.
That's what I would do.
Yeah, I'm getting to my car, man.
Right. But then I joke I would be the one who got in trouble
everywhere.
because it's Madison, right?
Like
they'd
that
be
shit
so-
on fire,
right,
like a
just like
flamethrower.
fucking blow up the entire fucking gas station.
That's the only way to solve the problem. We had to destroy all the dogs.
The dogs would still get away. Everyone would die.
Yeah. The dogs running down the street.
44 people died. 8 dogs lived.
Oh fuck. That's our show. In all seriousness, go fuck yourself, Whitey. We're gonna be here every Wednesday and Thursday by 10 p.m. Central. Make sure you join the conversation at theredreport.com or facebook.com/theredreport. You can also not Twitter us because we don't do that shit anymore. Like and share, account for whatever. I'm motherfucking Teddy.
I'm Oracle.
This is the Ashtray.
I missed it.
And this is the Red Eye Report because my eyes are fucking red.
And you sound fucking drawling.
I got these.
Love you, America.
Love you, America. We got these edibles.